Hello guys, back with another one on Chuck D Football TV. Arsenal won, my bad, Liverpool won, Arsenal nil. Let's talk about it. Very interesting game, but the game pissed me off as an Arsenal fan. The game pissed me off. They're just, I'll see, this video is going to be short and concise and straight to the point, really. I didn't even want to make this video because of how livid I was about. I'm exaggerating. I wasn't too pissed off because I think for the most part it was an even game. The game was an even game for most of both halves, the first and second halves. It was an even game. Arsenal pressed, Liverpool pressed. It was basically balanced. I'll call it a balanced game, and it's been a long time. Arsenal has won at Anfield. It's been I think since 2015 or something. It's been quite a long time Arsenal won at Anfield. Anfield is a very electric and very difficult place to go and obtain a point. And Liverpool there's just something about them, and they're very well drilled. And these are the things of champions. They always find a way to win. That's something about this Arne Slot's Liverpool side. They always find a way to win, and you can't really hate on that. Arsenal dominated as well for, certain parts of the game. I think Arsenal was fairly balanced in the midfield. Arsenal defended well, and I was exaggerating when I said I was livid about the game. I wasn't really livid because, to be fair, even Barcelona drew. So I'm happy about that. They're fourth on the table. Madrid is first. So, but I would have preferred Arsenal to win. I think Arsenal had a couple of chances I feel like they should have taken. It wasn't like Liverpool scored from a clear play. They scored from it was a world-class moment, and sometimes you cannot stop world-class moments. Szoboszlai that free kick was incredible. And for me, he was even the man of the match. The guy was phenomenal. He was phenomenal. He didn't play as a midfielder. He played as as a right back yesterday and had Martinelli on lock. Certain mistakes in that game, which I feel like people that watched the game could have the same feelings, was that number one, Arteta playing three holding midfielders in Rice, Zubimendi, and what's the guy's name? The other guy, what's his name? His name has eluded my mind now. Anyways, you know who I'm talking about. I don't want to stress my brain, but Arteta starting Merino. So Arteta played three holding midfielders, Zubimendi, Rice, and Merino, which was ludicrous to me. Which was very, very ludicrous to me. How can you play three holding midfielders and you don't have, you have a creative, incredible midfielder in Eze on the bench, and even in Martin Odegaard. Now, yes, we can say Martin Odegaard was slightly injured in against Leeds, but he still played this game. He still entered as a substitute. There were more creative guys in the on the bench. Ethan Nwaneri, more creative, was on the bench. Max Dowman, more creative on the bench. I don't care if he's 15 or 13 years old. Dude is creative. It's creative, and you had a fit Eze on the bench, only to put Eze. What time did he put Eze? 60-something minutes or 70 minutes, something like that, which was so ludicrous to me. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand what type of coach that Mikel Arteta is. I personally, for me, I was not even, during the game, I wasn't even livid. My thing is just that at the end of this season, if he doesn't win anything, off with his head. Let him go. Let him go, because there's no excuse for this guy anymore. He has done an incredible job, and it's something we can't. You'll be lying if you say he hasn't done an incredible job. He's done an incredible job with Arsenal. He has put Arsenal in a position where they are challenging for major trophies now. They are a force to be reckoned with. But if he doesn't win anything after this, let him go. Let him go. There are other managers out there that will do better. Let him go. He has been backed. He has been backed more than any coach in Arsenal's history. This man has spent up to £1 billion in the 5 years he's been in Arsenal. If he doesn't win anything this season, let this man go. Let him go. Sack him. Hire somebody else. How can you have a creative midfielder on the bench and you're playing 3 holding midfielders? Crazy, man. Like, well, yes, I'm not a coach. I'm not an elite coach. I'm not a coach at all. But if you've played the game, if you've watched this game all your life, you have critical thinking. At the end of the day, we are not in training with these players, and the coaches know better than us because they've been doing this for a long time and whatever. But you're allowed to have critical thinking. Allowed to have critical thinking. For those of us that love this game, watching the game for years, you have critical thinking. There are just certain decisions that even as an onlooker you can make. You don't even have to be an elite coach to make certain decisions. But we go again. It's just one loss in 3 games. The first game was against Man U, then Leeds. Okay, so one loss in 3 games, 2 wins so far. So it's okay. It happens. It's like I said, it wasn't a goal that came from the run of play or anything. It was a world-class free kick. And you cannot stop an act of world class when you can't stop it. It was a world-class free kick, a world-class goal, and it just is what it is. Hopefully Arsenal learn from this and and come back better and stronger. Another hot take I want to make is that Martinelli, I've been saying it for a long time, Martinelli is not good enough to be Arsenal's starting left winger. That guy is not. He's not a good player. That Martinelli shouldn't be starting for a club as big as Arsenal. If I just feel like there are certain coaches that have certain players that treat certain players like a love child. They can't bench these players no matter what. And Martinelli is one of those players that Arteta just loves. Arteta is blind to the smell of the coffee. He can't perceive. He's the man is an elite coach but a dumbass at the same time. He's an elite coach but a complete dumbass. At the same time. So there's no point regurgitating that Martinelli is not a good player. Martinelli shouldn't be starting for Arsenal. Martinelli should leave the club. He should, he's a good backup for like a Brighton, a Fulham. He shouldn't be. I don't see where Arsenal is going. I don't see the direction they are going with having a player like Martinelli constantly starting as your primary left winger. I don't see it, but the fans we can talk as much as we want, but if the coach makes the ultimate decision at the end of the day, but everybody can see it. Everybody can see that this guy is not good. He's not a good player. Martinelli is not Brazilian. He cannot be Brazilian. He cannot be Brazilian. That guy is from Peru or something. He's from Peru or Colombia or something. He's not a Brazilian. It will be even shocking to see him make the World Cup squad for Brazil. That's how bad of a player that guy is. He's so bad. But hey, he's Arteta's love child. So, Arteta is going to have another season again where Arsenal probably ends up second or third this time. Like, it just is what it is. But yeah, that's really what I have to say, man. Ain't nothing much else to say. Interesting game, well balanced. Arsenal lost because of a world-class goal, which happens. You win some, you lose some. It doesn't make Arsenal a bad team or Arteta an extremely bad coach. You just, the better team won yesterday. That's about it. So please kindly like, comment, subscribe, to the channel so that you get notifications when I release more videos. And until next time, peace.